Okay, everyone, welcome back to the Sugar Honey Iced Tea Podcast.
Hello.
I hope everyone is doing amazingly. Today's a bit of a different one because we've recently watched the newest True Geordie podcast, and as you know, we are all massive fans.
Yeah,
I mean, I would go as far as
the title.
Yeah,
and I think before we get into it,
this is not hate. Like,
nah.
We are all like, I get inspired by True Geordie.
Same. Whenever I watch a podcast, it's sort of like that's what I want to be doing.
Yeah,
that's the goal. That's the thing.
And I only listen to important stuff in the car. So
yeah,
there you go.
So yeah, this is not hate on True Geordie because all three of us absolutely love True Geordie.
And I think I recall him saying once in a podcast that he likes hearing constructive criticism, stuff that he can actually build on, not stuff like, oh, I didn't like that sucks.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
do something. So maybe this is sort of a bit of a.
It's just our opinion, isn't it, on what we think about
it in a critical way.
And it's weird because obviously he's just done his last one with Ricky, and it's coming off of the Ian Wright one. And I think the Ian Wright one was the best one he's ever done.
I didn't see that one because I tend to watch the ones which aren't sport.
Yeah,
and
see, I like the sport ones.
Although I liked the Eddie Hall one, which he personally thinks he didn't do great, I believe. Yeah, because obviously he was a massive fan of Eddie Hall, and he felt like he just got wrapped up in it, etc., etc. And the idea of this podcast came from me sort of saying that about the Ricky Gervais one, and I know like this is probably quite hard to hear because when you get someone as big as Ricky Gervais, and you think you got to make it and stuff. And don't get me wrong.
It was still good.
I like the podcast. I listened to all of it all the way through, and it was good. I just think it's not the same True Geordie as the one I subscribe to, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because obviously you have to change. But I don't remember hearing there wasn't sort of any standout hard hitting questions, which I feel like there has been a lot.
That's what he's good at. Like, that's what one of the things you know him for. Is that I mean,
exactly, and it works.
In the Ian Wright one. Ian Wright was crying. Yeah,
and I don't know if you ever saw the ones where he's sort of talking to the gangsters and people that have been to prison and stuff.
I love the one with the it's an elderly man now, but he was like used to be like
love that podcast. And I feel like there was a lot of deep questions like about what he did. Obviously I know that's difficult when you're talking about a comedian because this comedian hasn't been in all his criminal activities, but I don't know, I feel like what it was a podcast led by Ricky Gervais. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Do you know what I mean? It was sort of kind of let Ricky talk and agree with him. And obviously you can't just disagree with him for the sake of it. If you agree with what he's saying, that's good. But I don't know, I feel like there was a lot of questions unanswered in that. It was Ricky talking about where he is now and talking about The Office. And I feel like that was it. And it was very much a promotional piece for his new
that's
thing.
what it felt like.
I was literally about to say that. It just kind of felt like a bit of self-promotion.
Yeah, because when you compare that, I keep saying about the Ian Wright one, but honestly, it's the Ian
it's
Wright
good
one.
because you've got to have something to compare to.
And I'd go as far as saying the Ian Wright podcast is better than
that was
any
quite
other
a recent
podcast.
one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's his best one he's ever done. And I know that I like Joe Rogan, but I know that True Geordie really likes Joe Rogan. But I think that after that one, Joe Rogan should be looking at True Geordie.
On the record, I think True Geordie is so much better than Joe Rogan. I've only just got into watching Joe Rogan, and I like it. But Joe Rogan, sometimes Joe Rogan's really engaged, but a lot of the time Joe Rogan looks a bit bored. But Geordie is obviously engaged with them.
and stuff like that. I'd go as far as saying he is the best podcaster on YouTube.
Like I say, that's just what I sort of drew from the Gervais one. I expected more, and I don't know if that's my fault, but I expected more from the True Geordie asking some hard hitting questions, because Ricky Gervais is such a big character that it's difficult to ask him a question that will make him stop and really think.
Yeah.
And I get that, but
it's like I'm pretty sure like if all of his British viewers above the age of, let's say, probably 14, 15 will know who Ricky Gervais is just because of The Office.
I love Ricky Gervais.
I
know this is such a an eye roll thing, but everybody in the comments of when he said, what questions should I ask? Everyone's saying, ask about Carl Wilkerson, ask about Stephen Merchant, ask about why Ricky Gervais doesn't do podcasts with these two people anymore.
But it's like, it's not, it's about him. Not.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. But it is to do with Ricky Gervais, and I think...
Yeah. So I feel like is that he does very much care about asking the questions that the viewers want to hear, which is why this one, it felt more... I mean, we could be completely wrong. Like, this could just be just how it turned out. But it felt like it was a lot more out of True Geordie's control.
Have you seen as well that...
but I don't know. I could be completely wrong, and if I am wrong, I apologise for that. It's just what it came across to me.
Do you see Jack Mate's got Ricky Gervais on his podcast next?
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like
Gervais is just getting banded round like a fat
it's
old
like,
booby.
It's like how if a star's doing a movie, then they just like all these interviews. Like, for example, in our university class, we were watching a clip of someone in an interview, and they would dare to like self-promote their movie, and
that's just what it felt like.
Yeah,
it
just kind of straight just feels like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but the kind of podcast which I love was like those gangster ones and stuff, where it's so hard hitting questions, and I guess the comedy with a comedian, it's a different approach. And also, what did you think about Lawrence in that? Good old Loz.
I don't know.
No,
there wasn't.
I don't know.
That's like that reaction there.
Yeah,
that's how it was. Like, it felt like True Geordie and Lawrence weren't the together people.
No,
that they are.
Like literally, like I fucking sorry for the language. Be that. I bloody love Lawrence, but like it just kind of felt like it was like it's like Ricky was like a challenge on their podcast.
Literally, that's exactly. Did you ever watch the Robbie Williams one?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was good. It was True Geordie and Lawrence both kind of bouncing off each other, being like, yeah, let's ask this. Worked so well.
I'm pretty sure, as a massive Take That fan, my mum watched that podcast.
Really?
I think.
I loved that podcast, and that was hard hitting as well. And I know, yes, Robbie Williams has had a very different life to Ricky Gervais, but so I get it, and you know, if I was True Geordie watching this, I'd probably be thinking, well, what do they want me to do? Yeah. But just like,
if I was True Geordie watching this, I think, only got 200.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Woo!
But no, I feel like, I hope we're representing what a lot of people feel.
And I hope no one receives this the wrong way.
Yeah, I know.
Because if any of you are watching is obviously bigger fan of True Geordie as we are, and you're thinking it's an attack, it's not.
Yeah, and actually,
we cannot stress enough.
Ricky
this is not an attack.
Said
this is constructive criticism.
In that podcast, he said like, people are so easily offended, just don't get easily offended, basically. Yeah. So yeah, it's not even intended for offence, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is what people might be thinking, but I did scroll through the comments because I thought there's going to be loads of people being like, "Oh, I was a bit disappointed with this." None of it. Everybody was like, "Loved it." But I was just kind of feeling like, are they saying that just because it's True Geordie? You know, because they want to support him, and that's really nice. And that.
No, it is nice.
But you got to have your critics, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm going to say it wasn't amazing, that podcast. I was looking forward to it all day, and I just thought, like that. That's how I ended it. But there you go. What did you think of it?
Me?
Wait, Jamie.
Either of you.
Do you want to go first, or should I?
Yeah, I mean, I was obviously interested in, like, when he started talking about The Office and stuff. I was like, oh, because I love The Office and that kind of thing. But yeah, it didn't feel like a True Geordie podcast. It just kind of felt like, oh, I'm here to promote my movie. Once I've done, I'm just gonna walk out now. It just felt like yeah, like I love True Geordie and I love Lawrence, and they're great people. They're like, I literally fans. Well, not that's wrong. What's the word I'm looking for?
Inspired?
Yes, that's what.
Inspired.
Yeah, they inspire me to just to, you know, just do pretty much anything.
Sort of influence like stuff that you do.
Yeah. And
also,
I'm pretty sure my dad watches him as well, because my dad's a massive Newcastle fan, as well as our local team. Yeah, and obviously True Geordie's a proper Toons, a black and white army fan. Toon Army.
The thing is, your Fright Night video you did for our channel, that was very much similar to like the way XO do their
they've
videos.
Done their sort of New York style.
I'm currently working on the Donny B vlog from this weekend just gone, and it's also very much similar to that stuff. I think
it's like a video journal.
Yeah,
type.
and I really like. That's the thing. Like, I really like that. I think that's so good.
I think what you're saying as well, like XO is very much, that is done right. That's definitely them as characters.
Yeah,
that is what they should be. Like, their characters really shine through.
Yeah.
And
I think XO is sort of like the finished outcome of what we're trying to get to the level of. Is like every video that we bring out is like amazing quality. Like,
it's like, we try to do our best.
Yeah, like
try. Is keyword.
Yeah, we are. Bear with us, guys.
We're getting there.
Yeah, maybe around for we're only kicking a couple of months, all right. Just bear with us. But no, I think XO is very much. Well, I take a lot of my inspirations from XO.
Mm-hmm. So are you saying that True Geordie should reflect on himself and look at what he's done with XO and bring that back into the podcast? Or is that not what you're saying at all?
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not. Don't really know what I'm trying. I'm just saying that, like, the quality of XO is like, it shows that
that is their top quality.
It shows what level they can go to.
It's what they're capable of.
Yeah. So XO like has set the standard for all their videos. Like, is insane level of quality. And I just feel like this podcast, like, usually most of the podcasts are on the same. The Ian Wright one, maybe a bit above, but I think this one just dropped a little bit.
But then again, they are... Let's say, if you look at it like they're all employed as XO, Ricky Gervais isn't employed with True Geordie. So they can reshoot as many times as they want XO, but they can't say, Ricky, come in again. That wasn't great.
Doing that. No, and obviously I think the whole one-off thing with a celebrity is added pressure. And I still think it was a good podcast.
That's why you got to get it right, I suppose.
I still think it was a good podcast. I still really liked it. I just don't think it was as...
I'd love to know what True Geordie thought of it. I'd love to know. Because I feel like... I don't know. I feel like this is the same level of Eddie Hall. It's sort of letting them talk and just being like... Really? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. So...
Because I think it's essentially down to the fact that I don't think he got as much out of Ricky as he could have, as opposed to it literally just like tonight. Watched the one with Ian and then the one with Ricky, like one after the other.
It's like two different people.
It's like True Geordie at his prime, like at his best, like the best. I think the Ian one was the best True Geordie's, in my opinion, best he's done.
Yeah,
because it was just so good. Best podcast on the internet. And then this one was one of, not the worst video he's done, but it was one of his...
It just fell a little bit short of what he's
compared to his usual level, because his usual level is up here.
But I guess the higher he sets a bar, the more times he's got to hit it, do you know what I mean?
I know, and obviously, like I said, it wasn't a bad podcast, it was still good.
Yeah, I still watched it all, and I still was entertained, but it's like... Well, we've said it, I think we've talked about it, we don't want to keep sort of hitting at the same thing.
No.
But I think it's just something I felt like saying, and I'd love to hear if other people watched it, like, what did they think truthfully, because obviously if you take away that thing of don't say it's good just to support True Geordie, like, what did you genuinely think? Like, I feel like if you get more real feedback, it will help you more than someone just saying, oh yeah, that was really good. So it's the same with our things. It's like when people have said,
we got called sex offenders earlier.
Yeah, well, don't know how we can work on that. I mean, I personally am not.
I'm not a sex offender.
No, I can confirm no one in this studio is sex offender.
So that wasn't exactly constructive criticism, but constructive criticism. I liked this though, this little video. I feel like we could sort of review more people's. No, it's not a review. You know what I mean. Anyway.
Yeah, but. Yeah, so please, once again, last time I'm going to say this, just don't see this as an attack on True Geordie podcast. I think they're doing an amazing job. I think they're the best podcast on the internet. It's just we wanted to speak about this one podcast.
Share this video to True Geordie.
This is definitely something I want to hear people's feedback on in the comments. Like, we love the sort of, great video, guys, but do a Caitlin Millington on us. Let us know what you thought. Give us a little... thing. But there you go. Thanks for watching, people.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Subscribe and see you later.
Peace.